Hi, this is my service project reflection for my time at Scurry County Youth Center. This is done for my Management 410 class at Grand Canyon University. I chose Scurry County Youth Center because it serves the rural community and it works with youth ages 4 to 18. It provides an after-school program. There are also sports programs that are additional to this, but they have the after-school program during the school year and extended hours for spring break and summer program during school breaks. So the program includes meals, a safe place to hang out with supporting staff, and they give character training and homework help. So I chose this because I wanted to be a good steward of the resources in the community by pouring into the youth that is served by SCYC. Giving back to the community through serving future citizens that will be active members of our community one day is a great way to ensure that we have positive outcomes for our community. So my service time while volunteering within the organization was used to help fill in the gaps while they were short-staffed. I did do some cleaning in a rather large area that took some time, but it definitely needed to be done, and so then I took that upon myself to go ahead and ask if it could be done, and I did. So the kids had a nice clean floor in the cafeteria when they arrived for their meal after school that day. So giving back to the community by serving in areas of need was what I did there. Community enrichment is important for servant leaders as they seek to grow other individuals. So working in the youth center is no different than working with a team that I would be leading. The children look to me as a means of what they should be like or how they should respond to situations. My time was spent putting others before myself, which I am not used to doing. While I was cleaning the floor, I swept and mopped that rather large area, but like I said, it did need to be done. So serving the meals when the participants did arrive after school was the easy part. I was able to give them condiments and drinks if they needed. I also helped clean up a few messes. I did seek out those that seemed to be like seemed to be needing more support in one way or the other. So to me, a telltale sign would be somebody being alone when all their friends are playing. Using awareness gave me the insight I needed to make a difference for those students. Helping them find the good in the day was one way that I helped the student grow as a person. So these are characteristics of servant leaders according to the textbook that we're studying in at GCU. So before I began the service project, I wanted to see what needs I could meet while serving. So I met with several staff members as well as the supervisor to see where I could best serve. I was told by the supervisor that the school year is pretty fast because they are only there from about 3:30 to 6, and so there's not really a whole lot of time to do programs because students are leaving very quickly. Some of them come in, they go straight to dinner when they come in, and so some of them are already leaving as soon as they get their plate. So it's really, really fast. But I was given an opportunity this summer to achieve some of the goals that they have by running a program that would be implemented for girls who are experiencing low self-esteem. Well, really for all girls, because I mean it hits everybody. All the girls need to do some of the activities that I am hoping to get done. So it will help them to hopefully make choices that will not negatively impact their future. So by raising their self-esteem. So I was given a weekly theme list for the summer, and so I'm going to work with that to try and put together some programs that will enhance those things that they have going on already, and hopefully help these girls while they are learning and growing, and help them to make choices that are good for them and not negative. So presenting opportunities for growth is something that I'm going to try to do. We'll do some outside service projects this summer with those girls, and so we shall see. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so in response to Greenleaf's question, how can we know that the highest needs and priorities are being met while serving? I believe that when we put the needs of others before us, we will be meeting their highest needs and their highest priorities. Greenleaf goes on to ask some more questions, such as, do those served grow as persons? And he also narrows it down to how we can measure that growth. Do they, while being served, grow healthier, wiser, freer, more autonomous? I do believe that the participants at SCYC do grow healthier and wiser through the programs that they do participate in. It helps them to be wiser and make healthy choices. They are more autonomous. They are encouraged to be themselves, to make their own choices, and also to know that no matter what their choice is, there is an outcome. Sometimes it's a good one, sometimes it's a bad one. So they are aware of that. So this does give them that freedom to choose and to make mistakes and learn from them. So I think that is a good thing. Okay, another part of Greenleaf's question is, what effect on society did service have? Did those served benefit from the service? Yes, the students or the participants did benefit from the service. There was attention given to those that were needing it. There was also, food was given, so we all need food, so they did benefit from that. Will they at least not be further deprived? Absolutely. I don't think that there was anything negative about the service time there. So will they likely become servants themselves? I don't know. That was such a short stint for me. But within the SCYC, they could, with the character training that is given there, absolutely. So I could see that. So yes. Servant leadership skills that I used during my volunteering time, my service time, were kindness. I helped others while serving in the cafeteria. I helped clean up some spills and helped some of the students that were pretty upset about the mess that had happened, and I let them know that mistakes do happen and it's okay. We just learn and we move on. It's okay. Clean it up and go on. We all make mistakes, so that is something very important that we can ingrain in these young children. So awareness was also something that I used, walking around in the gym, looking to see who I could engage with. I did notice a student who was alone in the corner. He looked a little sad, and so I approached and asked if I may sit with him, and he was fine with that. So I did, and we talked a little bit, asked about his teacher, who his teacher was, asked about his school day and if he had what his favorite part of his school day was. And I did that on purpose because I knew he was struggling, And I wanted him to see that there was a good part in his day. I believe that this is an important part of human growth, and that a lot of children and even adults don't understand the power of finding the good in our everyday lives. Not every time it's bad, focusing on the bad, just finding something good is important. So I also utilized the skill of listening, which I need to work on a little bit more. So I did that with the same participant. I allowed them to have a voice and know that they were heard and that they were important. So had I known this participant a little bit more, I might have asked a little bit more questions about what was going on, but I wanted to build community first. I had not been around a whole lot, and so I wanted them to start trusting me. I was trying to build that trust and know that they were in a safe space. So I definitely would not have disregarded any comments had they wanted to bring that up, but I didn't want to dig at this point, so didn't feel like it was something that was appropriate. Stewardship, that was something else that I used. I knew when I went in that I would be impacting children, I would be working with children, and so I know that these children aren't always going to be children. They will grow and they will become adults and active participants in the community, and that gave me even more value to the opportunity of serving them. So being a good steward for our children in the community is a very important investment that we can make. So that is okay. So in this picture you can see I was playing catch with another one that was by themselves. My first participant that I was working with had gotten called to go home, so he went on about his day. Hopefully I did make an impact for him. But this one, we played catch for a long time. We talked about, again, her day and her teacher and just different things while we were playing catch, and I made sure that she caught the ball. I wanted her to she was a little kindergartner, and so I know that sometimes it's hard for them to do the hand-eye coordination thing, and so we were real careful with that, make sure that she was able to catch it and was having fun. So it's no fun if she was chasing the ball around. So integrity I chose on here because it's an important part of servant leadership. It models how humans should act. It shows a multitude of values within it that are ingrained in myself through my upbringing. So kindness is one part of integrity, showing kindness even when it's hard. Caring, being a caring person, giving value to that person when we are caring is super important, especially with kids. Some don't have a caring and supportive home life, and so being able to be the one that gives that care and that support just in case, because we just never know, is important. So standing in the gap to show their value is extremely, extremely important, to come alongside their parents, even when, they do have caring and supportive home lives. We can just add even more to that. So being trustworthy as a person is also very important. Being trusted, showing that you're always going to do what you say you're going to do. If I say I'm going to come and volunteer at a certain time, I need to be there because these kids are waiting for me. They're looking for me. And so that is the case this next week. I will be back on Friday. I try to go once a week now, so it's been fun. It was something that was really good for me. So Kids need to be able to trust those that are serving them in order to grow as a person. So to me, integrity is all-encompassing. The values in it are core beliefs of myself, and they do lead my moral compass. So it's important. My key takeaways from my time at SCYC, I got the insight into my own leadership skills. I know I can lead, but I have not led in a way that follows Robert Greenleaf's values. Some, yes, I have, but having a servant heart by putting others before myself is not something that comes naturally. So I did come to the realization that servant leadership can take place anywhere, not just in a workplace where you're leading others that are following in the organization. It can be me leading children. So the principles that we learn as a servant leader that we use every day can be used in everyday situations, and they only enhance a person. It's not anything negative, so it can only add. So it will enrich my life as well as those around me.